If you would like to rank number one on Google, then you need to write content that's highly optimized. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to write content that is a 90 plus optimization score, and I'll be showing you how you can outrank your competitors by writing the best article for your topic. Let's go ahead and get started. So to do so, we need to use a couple of different tools. The first tool is NeuronWriter. NeuronWriter is a content optimization tool. At the time of recording this video, there is a lifetime deal on AppSumo. It's not always available, so I definitely recommend grabbing it if you can, because it's been one of the best investments I've made, and I use it on a daily basis. You pay one time and you get access to it forever. So NeuronWriter is a content optimization tool. So let's say, for example, I wanted to rank for the keyword, when is the best time to buy a home in Canada? I would start by entering a new query of that topic, and then click start, and NeuronWriter will go ahead and pull all of the most important ranking factors for that specific keyword and give it to me. Now I've already went ahead and done this, and I'll show you what the end result will look like. So it's going to go on Google and it's going to read all of the keywords, the word count, number of images, and insights from the top ranked blog posts. And then it's going to go ahead and put all that information and give me recommendations which I need to follow. So if I open up the editor, I will see a content score between 0 and 100. The higher the score, the more optimized the content is. On the right hand side, I will see the types of keywords in which I need to include within my article and within my headers. So I get a variety of different recommendations that I need to follow to write the most optimized content. So once we have these recommendations, now it's time to write the actual content. To write the actual content, I'm using my own tool that I've been developing. It's not currently available, but once it is, you guys will be able to use it for yourselves, and you'll be able to use your own API key, so it's going to be very, very cheap to use. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to scrape my sitemap. So in order to get your sitemap, just enter your URL /sitemap_index.xml or sitemap.xml after your URL. Whichever one works, it just really depends on the type of sitemap that you have. So once you click scan, as you can see here, it's going to successfully scan all of your URLs. So that means the AI will now use those URLs naturally in the article to include internal links. So it saves you a ton of time. You don't actually have to go back and forth and actually include those internal links. It will do that automatically for you. So now I'm going to enter the blog post topic. When is the best time to buy a home in Canada? We're also going to make the target keyword best time to buy a home in Canada. For models, we are going to use Claude 3.7 Sonnet. That is the best model by far to use. And then for intended audience, first time home buyers. Now for additional context, we're going to go back to NeuronWriter. We're going to copy over all of the terms here with the usage amount. And then we're going to tell the AI to use these keywords naturally throughout the article. And then we went ahead and pasted in those keywords. So I'm going to make this a little bit more friendly to include titles and keywords. But for now, this works really, really good. For word count, NeuronWriter is suggesting 2,800 words. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's do a little bit higher. So let's say 3,300 or 200, because sometimes it gives us the same amount or sometimes it gives us a little bit more or less. This is just a good number to be safe. We're going to include some stories and examples, and we're also going to include interactive HTML elements. Now this is very, very unique to our tool because it allows the AI to create an interactive HTML element that you can then embed onto your website. It could be a calculator, it could be a graph, it could be an infographic, whatever is going to be best suited for this specific article. Once we're all set up, now we simply click generate SEO content and the content will start generating. It does take a couple of minutes, so just be patient, but the content quality is really, really good. So while that's generating, what we can do is we can start generating our images for the actual blog post or our blog post cover image. Now you can use my tool. It is imagerocket.ai. There's a new URL, so I'll leave that URL in the description below today's video. And I'll show you guys the images in which I was able to generate. So we see an image of a family here, sold, when is the best time to buy a home in Canada? So to do this, I use the social media template. I use landscape because that's best for blog post cover. I like to use realistic images. And then what I'm going to do is I am simply going to go ahead and copy over the keyword. I'm going to paste that into here. And for the prompt, a very simple prompt, a family outside a new home that they just bought with a sold sign, and you're good to go. Model 1 is going to be very quick. It takes about 15 seconds. It's best for text. So if you're including a lot of text in your images, I definitely recommend using that model. Model 2 takes a little bit longer, but the actual quality of the image itself is a little bit better. So when is the best time to buy a home in Canada? We have a nice image here of a couple sold. This is a really nice cover image, right? So it looks clean. You can definitely use that. And we also have lifetime deals. You pay once, you get access to the tool forever. There's only 74 licenses remaining. So if you want to get the lifetime deal, you can definitely go ahead and get that lifetime deal as well. This is a very, very good tool. Our content is now complete. Let's go ahead and read through it. So when is the best time to buy a home in Canada? 2024 guide. We should have did 2025, but no big deal. Timing your entry into the Canadian housing market can significantly impact your financial future. Whether you're a first-time home buyer navigating mortgage rates or seasoned investor tracking market trends, understanding when to buy a home in Canada can save you thousands of dollars. So understanding Canada's housing market, we get some poll quotes, we get some data, and as you can see here, we get internal links. Now this is very, very powerful. We're getting internal links already baked into our article. They will always be relevant and never any broken links. So as you can see here, if I go through the article, there's actually more than one. This is the first internal link. There's a couple of different links here. So this is another one. This is another link. I know the formatting doesn't look the best, but I'll show you guys what to do to make it look a lot better. And if we scroll down, you also get an interactive HTML element within the article, and then we get more content, and this looks about 2,000 words or even more than that. And then we get an interactive HTML element preview. So the code that's in the actual article, we get a preview of what it looks like. So you can see what it looks like. It's a Canadian home buying season calculator. You enter some inputs and it will calculate the optimal buying conditions for you. Now, because it's a preview, it's not going to work, fully fledged, but once you put this onto your website, it will work. So first thing that I want to do is I want to copy over the markdown. So go to markdown, copy it over, go to markdown to HTML, and I've already done this, and then just paste it in the markdown on the left-hand side, and this is what the full article will look like. Very, very beautiful. If I scroll down, I will be able to see the Canadian home buying season calculator, right? That is the interactive HTML element within the article, and we have internal links already. So we're shaping up really, really good. Let's go ahead and copy over the article. We're gonna head back over to NeuronWriter. We're gonna paste it in here. We're at an 18. Let's see what we'll go to. So we went from an 18 to a 77. This is really, really good. We're already bypassing number 1, which is 63 according to NeuronWriter. We've hit the word limit. We've included most of the terms. We've included 100% of the title, 72% of the headings. We've done pretty good. We can go ahead and manually optimize this content by adding in these keywords and following exactly what NeuronWriter wants, and I'm sure we can get it to 85, 90, or even higher than that. But right off the bat, this is good to go, right? I'm confident that this will rank on Google, and this is a really, really good article. Again, internal links everywhere, right? These are some of the other links that was in the article. Why should we have a mortgage loan insurance? Again, very, very relevant. The benefits of pre-approval, so on and so forth. So not only do we write a really in-depth, high-quality article, we also have internal links. We were able to generate images, and we have a interactive HTML element baked into the article. So now let's go ahead and post it on our site to see what it looks like. And then we simply Control-V. We paste everything in there. Very, very easy. The only thing that's not going to be pasted in is going to be our Canadian home buying season calculator. So the way that we post this is we click add and we go to HTML, custom HTML. We're going to head back over to the tool. We're going to copy over the HTML from the actual tool. And then we're going to paste in that code, hit preview, and let's actually try it out. It should work within this. Here we go. Buying favorability score, 7 out of 10. Isn't this amazing, right? So we get the tool working with HTML. It's so simple to do. We get internal links. Now let's go ahead and add in our blog post cover image. If you wanted to, you can copy over all of this content, up to 2,000 words, head back over to my tool, use the blog post generator, paste in your content, all of the content, and it will go ahead and generate images based upon that content. Pretty cool, huh? So let's just add our image to see what the full article looks like. So here's the blog post cover image. Here's the actual article. Let's scroll down. And here is our Canadian home buying season calculator. So let's enter some inputs here. And here is our Canadian home buying season calculator. And as you can see, it's embedded within the article. As you saw before, it actually works. So of course you would have to add some more images and just enter in our title and our meta description. But as you can see here, we're able to write a very highly optimized piece of content using a couple of tools. Didn't actually have to do any heavy lifting ourselves, and it didn't take us very long to do so. All the tools that I mentioned in today's video will be in the description below. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something new. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I will see you in the next video. Take care.